For years, I thought confidence was the missing piece. I thought if I could just become more confident, everything else would finally fall into place. I would start the business. I would show up online. I would speak my mind. I would stop overthinking every decision. I would finally become the woman I knew I was capable of being. Maybe you've thought the same thing. Maybe you've told yourself that once you feel confident enough, you'll apply for the job, start the channel, or leave the situation that's making you unhappy. But what if confidence isn't actually the thing holding you back? What if you've been trying to solve the wrong problem? Because after years of personal development and watching countless women try to reinvent themselves, I've noticed something interesting. The women who change their lives are not always the most confident women. In fact, many of them are terrified. They're uncertain, they're full of doubts, and yet they move forward anyway. Today, I want to talk about why confidence may not be your real problem and what might matter far more when you're rebuilding your life. We live in a culture that treats confidence as the ultimate solution. If you're struggling, become more confident. If you're stuck, become more confident. If you're afraid, become more confident. And so many women spend years chasing it. They read the books, they listen to the podcasts, they repeat affirmations in the mirror, waiting for the day they finally wake up feeling fearless. The problem is that day rarely comes, because confidence is often sold as something you must have before you act. But when you look at real life, that's not how it works. Think about any skill you've ever learned: driving, public speaking, starting a new job. Were you confident at the beginning? Probably not. Most people are awkward, uncertain, and uncomfortable when they start. Confidence wasn't what got them through. Practice did, experience did, showing up repeatedly did. Yet somehow, when it comes to changing our lives, we expect confidence to arrive first. And months pass, sometimes years pass. The dream remains exactly where it started, not because we're incapable, but because we're waiting for a feeling that was never meant to come first. Here's something I've come to believe. Many women who think they have a confidence problem actually have a completely different problem. They lack evidence. Imagine someone who wants to start a YouTube channel. She tells herself she's not confident enough. But confidence isn't really the issue. The issue is that she's never uploaded videos before. She has no evidence that she can do it. The same thing happens in business. You launch something for the first time, you don't know whether people will buy, you don't know whether it will work. Of course, you feel uncertain. You're standing in unfamiliar territory. That's normal. Sometimes we call that lack of confidence. But really, it's just lack of experience. Nobody feels confident doing something they've never done before, and that's okay. Another thing many women mistake for a confidence problem is perfectionism. This one is sneaky because it often disguises itself as high standards. We tell ourselves, I just want to do it properly. I want everything to be ready first. I need to know more before I begin. But underneath those statements is often fear: fear of being judged, fear of making mistakes, fear of being seen while we're still learning. And if that's you, I want you to know something. You are not supposed to be perfect when you start. You're supposed to be a beginner. Every confident person you admire was once inexperienced. Every successful creator made awkward content. Every successful entrepreneur made mistakes. What made the difference wasn't confidence. It was willingness. Willingness to be imperfect. Willingness to learn publicly. But I think there's an even deeper issue. Many women don't lack confidence. They lack self-trust. And self-trust is different. Confidence is believing things will go well. Self-trust is believing you'll be okay even if they don't. Confidence says, I think I can do this. Self-trust says, if I fail, I'll learn. If I get rejected, I'll survive. If I make a mistake, I'll recover. That distinction changed everything for me because life doesn't always cooperate. Businesses fail, projects fail, unexpected things happen. And when confidence is built only on positive outcomes, it becomes fragile. But self-trust grows when you prove to yourself that you can handle life. And once you develop self-trust, you stop needing certainty. You stop needing guarantees. You know that whatever happens, you'll find your way through. Here's the truth nobody talks about. Confidence is not the cause, it's the result. It's the byproduct of keeping promises to yourself. Confidence comes from taking action repeatedly, from surviving difficult moments, from gathering evidence. You weren't born that way, you earned it. And the same thing is true for the area where you currently feel stuck. The confidence you're waiting for may be hiding on the other side of action. This is especially important when you're rebuilding your life, because rebuilding is rarely glamorous. It's messy, it's uncertain, it's uncomfortable. But rebuilding has never been about becoming fearless. It's about becoming willing to take one step, willing to try again. The women who rebuild their lives aren't necessarily the bravest. They're simply the women who keep moving before confidence arrives. So if you've been telling yourself that confidence is what's missing, I want to leave you with a different question. What if what you actually need is a little more self-trust? What if you stopped asking, how can I become confident enough? And started asking, what small action can I take today? Because confidence grows through action, through repetition, through evidence. You only need one small act of courage, one conversation, one decision. You don't become confident and then take action. You take action, and confidence quietly grows in the background. You are building it, one step at a time. Thank you for being here, and until next time, keep rebuilding.